Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Josh Jagoda, and today I want to talk about one thing, and that is bread. And should you have bread in your diet? Should you cut it out? What should you do with this thing? Because almost all of us love it. I get a lot of questions from people talking about bread, what they should do, what they shouldn't do, and it's really interesting because this is 9 whole grain bread. It's baked fresh this morning from a bakery nearby. And really what's cool about it is that it's, quote, the healthier part of the bread. You know, it's got organic whole wheat flour, you know, and there's not everything's perfect, and it's not perfect, but that's bread for you, right? So think about this when you're talking about, should I cut bread out? Should I have bread in my diet? What should you do? One slice of bread on average here is about 110 calories, and because this is the better bread, you're gonna have about 4 grams of fiber and about 25 grams of carbohydrates. So 110 calories, keep that in mind. Whereas if you contrast this with broccoli, I'm just gonna use broccoli for right now, you would need about 2 cups of broccoli to get the same amount of calories. Now, I don't know about you, but if you've had 2 cups of broccoli, you are more than likely full. You know, you add a little bit of lean chicken here and you're full. Like, whereas you have 1 slice of bread and some lean chicken, you're probably still hungry. So, you know, you get a lot more volume with regard to food, and then you get a lot more nutrients. Now, I'll talk about that in a second, but aside from nutrients, the fiber intake that you get from broccoli is 3.5 to 4 times as much as this. So if you think about that, right, you're gonna get 2 cups of broccoli and 3.5 to 4 times as much fiber as you would in just 1 single slice here. Not to mention this, and this is a healthier one, like I said. So most people will have fortified bread where it's pumped with vitamins, B vitamins, D vitamins, in order to make it a little bit more nutritious, but that doesn't give it as much nutrients as you probably need for the day, and this isn't a serving of vegetable anyway. So really, what you're really missing out on, guys, is not only the fiber, but the nutrients. So you're gonna get vitamin A, you're gonna get vitamin B, you're gonna get magnesium, calcium, all these other great minerals and nutrients from broccoli and other vegetables, as well as 3.5 to 4 times as much fiber when you're talking about, you know, its relative component from broccoli to bread. And so I'm not saying that you should have broccoli over bread. I'm not saying you should have bread over broccoli. You know, of course if you have some chronic diseases and, you know, gluten sensitivity, maybe this is not the best for you, right? But I think where the paleo people, you know, they're like, you shouldn't have bread because it's got a lot of phytic acid and phytates and anti-nutrients that strip away minerals from you. I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter. It's not like you're getting minerals when you eat this. You're getting minerals. You can have like a slice, if you're non-bread intolerant, then you can have a slice of bread and eat your broccoli, and it's not going to take away that much, if at all, from your nutrients. But it's not the healthiest. The problem is that added sugar, the lack of fiber, and the caloric density that this has relative to its counterpart in terms of vegetables. So really, guys, it's not should you have this or should you not have this. It's really how can you make this work, and really choosing more vegetables and fruits over bread in order to get that fiber, because that fiber is really, really important for you. It's really important for gut health. It's really important for insulin resistance and sensitivity and things like that, and how you control sugar into your system. And it's good for gastric motility, excretion, things like that. So whereas bread is not as good. So it's really not about phytic acid if you're paleo. It's not about getting bumped out of keto. And if you're talking about macros and making each calorie and quantity of calorie count, then you probably already know, if you've already counted your macros, that bread, it's like I can only have like, you know, 4 slices of bread in a day, and then like I can't eat anything for the rest of the day in terms of carbohydrates. And then it's like, how are you gonna get your, you know, your fruits in or something like that. So guys, it's really about making smarter choices and using bread to help complement and you know, satisfy your palate. So that is my intake on bread. It's not to say it's the worst thing, it's not to say it's the best thing, it's how do you make it work for your diet, choosing more vegetables and fruits over the bread. All right, guys, I'm Dr. Josh Jagoda. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully this gave you some perspective about bread and what you should do. Should you cut it in? Should you cut it out? What you're really looking for. What are you really looking for when you're having bread in your diet or vegetables? All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.